Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into an absolutely radical idea about consciousness. And it comes from a pretty surprising place, the mind of the physicist who invented the microchip. His big idea, that the entire story of the universe, well, we've been telling it backwards.
I mean, really think about that. What if everything we assume about reality, from the Big Bang all the way to you and me, is completely upside down? That's the mind-bending question being asked by Federico Faggin, the guy who literally gave us the first microprocessor. Now, to get a handle on his answer, we first have to understand the story he wants to completely rewrite.
All right, so first let's do a quick refresher on the story of the universe most of us know. It's the standard materialist view, the one where everything is built from the bottom up. The tale goes something like this, right? It all kicks off with the Big Bang, nothing but particles and energy. Billions of years go by, matter clumps together, and then, somehow chemistry gives rise to biology. And only then, at the very, very end of this long, physical, almost mechanical chain of events, does something as mysterious and complex as consciousness just kind of show up. It's treated like this final, almost accidental cherry on top.
But see, this story we all know, it's got some major plot holes. I mean, it leaves us staring at some of the biggest, most stubborn questions in all of science.
And here's the real kicker. If the universe started out as just mindless matter, like cosmic billiard balls bouncing around according to fixed laws, how in the world did it suddenly produce us? Beings that have real feelings, that have private thoughts, that can actually choose what to do. How do you get the rich experience of seeing the color red out of a physics equation? It just doesn't add up.
Faggin just nails it with this simple question. How can you get more from less? He says it's like trying to squeeze water from a perfectly dry rock. It's a logical dead end. You simply cannot create something that experiences and chooses out of a system that has absolutely no experience or choice to begin with.
So this is where Faggin drops his bombshell. He says the only way forward is to flip the entire story on its head. He's convinced that we've been reading the book of reality from the last page to the first.
And this is the reversal in a nutshell. The old story, the one on the left, starts with dead, separate parts, atoms, molecules, that somehow build up to a living whole. Faggin's new story, on the right, starts in the exact opposite place. It begins with a single, unified, and fundamentally conscious whole. He gives it a simple name, one.
Okay, so what exactly is one? Well, it's everything, the totality of all existence. And it's not some static thing, it's dynamic, it's always in motion, it's holistic. Everything is deeply interconnected. And here's the crucial part. It has an inner drive. It wants to know itself. So in this view, the universe isn't just expanding into nothingness. It's a vast consciousness on an epic journey of self-discovery.
So how does a big cosmic idea like that actually play out in the reality we see and touch? Well, Faggin uses this really cool metaphor to explain how the different pieces of existence all fit together.
I want you to just forget that old pyramid model with boring old matter at the bottom and consciousness way up at the top. Instead, Faggin says we should picture reality as a color wheel. He says there are three primary colors to existence: body, mind, and spirit. They're all distinct, but as you're about to see, it's where they overlap and blend that creates, well, everything.
And this is how it all connects. Let's start at the top. When body, which he links to classical, physical information, overlaps with mind, which is more like quantum potential, you get biology, or what he calls live information, life itself. Now look at the middle. When mind overlaps with spirit, which is all about pure meaning, you get qualia. That's your inner world, the feeling of joy, the taste of an apple, the sound of music. And then, here comes the most mind-blowing part, at the bottom. When spirit and body overlap, they create the very fabric of our physical universe, spacetime and matter.
Let's just sit with that for a second, because it's a huge shift. In this model, the physical world isn't the foundation of reality. It's the result of consciousness having an experience. It's like a cosmic hard drive, a shared memory where all the experiences of one get stored, allowing all of us to see and interact with the same world.
And believe me, this isn't just some abstract philosophical game. This completely changes how we might see ourselves and our purpose for being here. So what does all this mean for you and for me? Well, for starters, it means we're not just biological robots running a program. We are each a unique, irreplaceable expression of that single, vast consciousness. And our purpose?
It's not just to survive, it's to experience, to learn, and to contribute our unique perspective back to the whole. This flips the script from a dog-eat-dog world of competition to one where cooperation is absolutely essential. Because if we really are all part of one, then the only way to truly know ourselves is to know each other.
In the end, Faggin's theory isn't really meant to be the final word on anything. It's more like a profound invitation. As he says here, some things just can't be learned by reading a book. You have to experience them. It suggests that the deepest truths about the universe aren't just out there waiting to be found by a telescope, but also in here, waiting to be discovered through our own inner journey. Maybe, just maybe, the universe isn't something we're just looking at. Maybe it's something that's looking back, waiting to know itself through us.